Fresh and Fit once again have embarrassed the fuck out of themselves, where recently, a couple days ago, they did a big live stream claiming to end the careers of big commentary channel Abba and Preach, where in reality, they just make themselves look like bigger dumbasses than they already were.
Yo, Preach is like a it looks like a monkey.
You should see him build momentum. What the
Nigga looks like a monkey.
Preacher's over there looking like McGill.
Preach like uses his head. Look at
Yeah. No, reach, stop, reach, listen to me.
do you boo boo? Do you boo boo? Oh yeah. I fucking Preach. I wear lip windows for fun. I'm a retard. Let me talk shit on the.
They unironically spend like 20 minutes calling Abba and Preach monkeys. I know. Well, what in the friendly fire fucking is this? And whoa, slow your roll there, partner. I'm not calling them monkeys, but it's a known racial insult to refer to black people as monkeys. This has been the way for time now, and I just don't understand why they would engage in the same black on black, like, this is friendly fire. Like, this is like me going on and calling fucking Aiden Ross a cracker for 20 minutes straight. You're a cracker, dude. You're looking really pasty white, you know? Like, I would look like a fucking idiot.
Yo, Preach is like a it looks like a monkey.
You should see him build momentum. What the
Yo, every time this thing, I got a problem with you.
Imagine them. Yo.
Nigga looks like a monkey.
Preacher's over there looking like McGill and Donkey Kong having a baby.
Like, what's going on?
So I'm just clueless what their strategy was going into this. To be two black guys calling two other black guys monkeys. I'm dumbfounded. And Abba and Preach made a video responding to this, and their reaction is the only appropriate one.
Okay.
But throughout this whole 2-hour and 20-minute live stream, Fresh and Fit failed to make any legitimate fucking points against Abba and Preach after claiming to end their career, where there was only two things that were basically kind of worth addressing that I and both Abba and Preach felt the need to respond to. So let's get into those.
This is the only part that I thought was worth addressing because I think there might be a bit of a misunderstanding, but let's play it.
Wow,
Then
bro.
he makes this accusation right here.
My other boys. You won't f me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's burning desire?
But he doesn't show y'all the entire conversation of her talking shit for hours on hours on hours on hours to me.
So the context behind this is that Abba and Preach made a video on Fresh and Fit calling them out for running a situation with this specific girl where they would only allow her on their show if she would sleep with them. But if she wasn't interested in having sex with one of the hosts, Myron, then they wouldn't allow her on. And now in this live stream, Fresh and Fit is claiming that all of this is false and that Abba and Preach was spreading misinformation by not showing the full context of the whole text message. But Myron's only defense of this is saying that he only sent this to the girl because she was already shit-talking him. So if after she was already shit-talking him, then he didn't really care anymore. So then he's like saying, okay, you shit-talked me, you know what, if you do want to come on the podcast, then you have to fuck me. And somehow he thinks that makes him look good. Like, dude, even if she did shit talk you, running and conducting a business on this precedent that someone has to fuck you to get on your show, dude, that's some Harvey Weinstein shit, unironically, full stop. But above all of this, that's not even how the situation happened, because before this girl was even talking shit about Myron, he said directly to her, alright, cool, I'm upfront that I'm not gonna do anything platonic with you, just being honest. And the girl replies saying, I'm confused, I'm not trying to do anything with you except collab. And Myron says, no problem, I collab directly with girls I date, no pressure though. And she says, so if we aren't dating, you don't want to collab? And he says, no, he doesn't want to collab. Don't mean to be an asshole, but we have plenty of women in Miami. That's directly saying to her, if you don't hook up with me, then you're not coming on my show.
I wanted you guys to pause right at that moment. He initiates contact with her, suggests a collab. He asks her multiple times if she's single or married. She's thinking, oh, she's being invited to be on a dating show to talk about dating. She finally says, like, okay, yeah, after the third time he asks, like, oh, or second time. He's like, yeah, you know what, I am single. And he's like, perfect. Well, listen, I don't collab with people who I'm platonic with. Out of nowhere. It's in the text messages. And she says, what do you mean? She's like, well, we're not just going to be just friends if you want to collab. you are doing sex for a time on the podcast, which is what we initially said. So I don't know why he showed this conversation as if I'm lying about what happened.
So yeah, they just bold-faced lie about this with no shame whatsoever, making themselves look like even bigger dipshits. But the second situation is when Myron clipped Abba the fuck out of context on what he was saying on No Jumper podcast. Take a look.
You guys say, oh, yo, Byron, let it go, let it go. Would y'all let it go if someone said some bullshit like this about you on a big-ass podcast with 4 million subscribers?
Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a...
Wait, what?
Like,
whoa. Hold on.
So Fresh and Fit unironically thinks that Abba was accusing them of being rapists, where, if you guys remember in last video, this goes back to what Myron was talking about, where I initially didn't know what he was referring to, but he said that Abba was calling him a rapist.
Calling me a rapist without any real evidence?
When in actuality, they're just trying to further victimize themselves, because what Abba said was strictly referring to people with no integrity, and that he wouldn't associate people with no integrity. So he gave 2 examples of someone he wouldn't associate with who doesn't have integrity. One was a rapist and one was a thief who goes around stealing people. These are people with no integrity. So when he was asked about why he doesn't associate with Fresh and Fit, he said they don't have integrity. For the same reason why I wouldn't associate with other people who don't have integrity, like this example and this example. This is the full context.
I can't be cool with people who don't have integrity. That's me personally. I won't go after you, but if you're someone who I think is a reprehensible person, I'm not trying to have business relationships with you. Why would I? Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a rapist? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is some real shit. Like, if you go around stealing from people all the time, I'm going to look at you crooked. Like, why would I want you in my circle to someone to conversate with? Why would I put my name beside yours for my fans to be like, because if my fans see me beside you, I think you have moral character.
Now, of course, Abba could have phrased this a little bit better just to make sure that there's no confusion that he wasn't trying to call Fresh and Fit rapists by bringing up an example of someone with no integrity immediately after talking about Fresh and Fit. So yeah, I can at least sympathize with immediate confusion. Like if you get sent this clip and you see it immediately, you might think, oh my god, is Abba alluding that I'm a rapist? That's insane. But after further investigation and after 5 seconds of just not immediately reactionary brain, you can come to the realization that, you know, actually, the more reasonable and obvious conclusion to come to is that he was just referring to people with no integrity. Because these are the same people who defended Fresh and Fit from false rape accusations from H3H3. So if they really thought you were a rapist, why would they defend you claiming that you're not a rapist in other videos? And even Myron in their stream addressed this, and they said that Abba and Preach only defended them for political reasons, and to come across as more impartial and less biased when talking about Fresh and Fit to give more legitimacy to their real criticism. Because when they give real critiques of Fresh and Fit and someone in the comments or another person calls them biased towards Fresh and Fit, they can go back and say, wait, I'm not biased. Look at this time when I defended them. So Fresh and Fit was accusing them of using that tactic, but to just clear up any confusion, Abba and Preach in their response video just made it very clear that they don't think that they're rapists.
This clip is taken out of context. You guys can go watch on the No Jumper podcast. Don't take my word for it. At some point, Adam asked me, like, yo, you guys could totally be friends again or whatever. I'm like, I ain't fucking with people like that. I don't want to be with people who harm their communities. I don't want to be involved with people who are like, I gave an example of somebody I wouldn't want to be associated. One of them was another one was someone who goes around stealing from people. I don't want to be associated with people who go harm folks from my area. The same way I don't want to be associated with a podcast like this that I think is harmful. That's it. I can understand. Probably with everything going on and hearing that from me, I can understand why you could take it that way. But it's not what I meant, nor, if you look at the greater context of everything I've said about this whole ordeal, it's never been something I've said. So let me be clear. I don't know if this guy is. I've never alleged that he is. And that's not my position today.
So yeah, they explain their full perspective and go on even further saying, if they really thought that you were a rapist, then why wouldn't they talk about this on their channel? I mean, they've made many videos on you. You would think this would be the biggest topic to cover on their channel, but they never did. Why is it that you only have an out of context clip on a podcast episode with only one of the members of Abba and Preach as your big evidence of them accusing you of being a rapist? Like, bro, it just doesn't add up. This isn't the correct conclusion to come to. And to just even make it further, Abba and Preach went and stated that they don't think so. So, in conclusion, Fresh and Fit have reached a new fucking low of just dumbassery. It's embarrassing at this point. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow.